8.3 WR Law. You're listening in School Detention. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. You're here with Devonn.
And Pierce.
How you been, bro?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. I'm just going with the flow. I got a new job, in school. I'm just trying to work, keep busy.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? How about you, man? How about you?
I'm solid, bro. Thank you for asking. Let me see what's new about me. I'm going to LA in 2 weeks. That came up fast, bro. 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Going out there for 6 days. So on Monday, actually, good point. Monday, March 18th, there will be no show. There will be no show. As my flight leaves at 10 a.m., I tried to make it work, but if I were to try and do the show and then go to O'Hare, and the flight I could catch would leave O'Hare at 7, and then I wouldn't get to LA till like maybe midnight, going on 1 in the morning. That's not fair to someone who's trying to pick me up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm going to leave at 10 a.m. and get there around 3. I hope to go out to LA, just live life. Maybe pick up an internship at a radio station, something like that.
Yeah?
Yeah, man. I mean, I might not come back.
I don't blame you, man. I mean, if I can go out to Cali, I'll probably stay out there too.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard it's mad expensive, but maybe I'll go out there to get high on life.
Yeah, I'll just be bumming it, you feel me? I'll just go out there bumming it, live in my van or something. I'm going to bring a box with me.
Yeah. Grow my hair out.
Yeah.
Stink.
Honestly, get some dreads.
I'm telling you, bro.
Hey.
Yeah. I don't know how I look with dreads. Like, little, remember the Wii?
Mm-hmm.
And we used to create your me.
Yeah.
Like, I put myself with golden dreads. I'm like, I look like Whoopi. Like,
I feel like, I don't think that's the best representation of how you look with golden dreads.
Golden dreads.
So I'm assuming you would dye your hair. Do you
I
really?
think maybe. I'd try it. I maybe try golden tips.
You should try to get some dreads then. Grow your hair out, man.
Maybe. Hey, Cali will change you, man.
Yeah.
Today, what we guys got locked up for, we got some positive news we got going on. Kareem, Abdul, Jabarr did some great things. So did Jayden Smith, which I'm really proud of. But to a bigger point, another thing, we got hip-hop news, a lot of great music being released lately. And then we got our big discussion later. And that discussion, as a prelude for you guys, is going to be about the NCAA and Zion Williamson. It's Williamson or Williams? It's Williamson.
Williamson. It's Williamson.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
The discussion is that, if you guys aren't familiar, Zion Williamson is a star athlete. He's probably going to go top 5 in the draft. Really top 2, to be honest with you.
Definitely.
He got hurt in his last game when he played for Duke against North Carolina. The debate is that should he play or should he not play? And then also brings in a bigger discussion is the NCAA ethical for not paying their players? We will dive into that at a different time. But right now, what we want to dive into is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Now, the thing is about Kareem, he is very, very, very big in giving back to the community. And on this show, we want to do a good job of promoting positive news in a time where nothing but negative is talked about. What Kareem Abdul-Jabbar did was, per Bleacher Report, he auctioned off 4 of his championship rings, which averaged out to be $308,000 and $308,409 a piece.
I feel like he should have got more for those.
That's what I'm thinking too. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe he just sold it for a lower price. I feel like he could have got a lot more.
Definitely. What? I mean, if you really look at the entire worth of it, the years of hard work.
It's Kareem. He's one of the greatest of all time.
Ever. NBA's leading scorer,
Yeah.
6-time MVP, 4-time champion. I think it's more than that.
There's so many accolades.
It's hard to keep up
I can't
with.
let me list them all off the top of my head.
Absolutely. It's ridiculous. And as I was making this last night, he's just one of the most accomplished athletes ever. And when you really talk about, because a lot of time when people say the greatest player argument, which is a rabbit hole we're not going to go down, but they always say, LeBron, Mike, and when they try and pick up cheap accomplishments, you can't do that. Because that's the case. Bill Russell and Kareem, knocking everybody off.
Yeah. Yeah.
And but like I said, whole different discussion. Now, it was $308,000 per ring. 3 out of his 6 MVP trophies, which are worth $125,000. Now, at first I was like, the MVP trophies are worth less than a ring, but I gotta remember the championship rings are studded out.
Yeah, they got all types of diamonds,
Yeah.
iced out.
Super duper iced out, like the big old diamonds, the big print of the logo on the front, and I think they're for each number too, like for player specific. So if you gotta get your number, your name engraved on there.
Yeah, I think they're like player specific, unique to each one.
Yeah, absolutely. And then the ball he used to score his last points on, which he's the NBA's all-time leading scorer with around 38,000 points, if I remember correctly, went for about $270,000. Now Kareem has always gave back to the community, but this time he put his money in the School Foundation, which is a foundation that gives kids opportunities that they may not be afforded. In a statement, Kareem stated, he said, and I quote, "Much of the proceeds from my auction will go to support my charity, the School Foundation, whose mission is to give kids a shot that can't be blocked. We do this by sending children from economically challenged schools to 5 days in the Angeles National Forest to experience the wonders of nature and learn the basics of science, technology, and engineering." Your thoughts?
I think it's a great thing that he's doing. I'm not mad at it. I mean, I can see some people being a little upset that with him just giving away his stuff, you know. But I mean, given his age and his background and just being there for the community, I mean, he's been doing so much, you know. So I'm definitely not surprised. And then, like I said, this is a really, really good thing he's doing, just giving underprivileged kids a chance to, you know, see what else is out there, you know, instead of just the hardships that they got to face every single day. So I think what he's doing is great, and hopefully a lot of other athletes kind of follow suit, you know, and try to contribute. I know LeBron James had his whole, you know, school, which is super, super, super dope, and there's been plenty of other athletes that have had foundations, but I mean, hopefully this is a turning point that the majority of them try to give back to the community instead of just like keeping their, you know, riches and their trophies for themselves. Granted, they are their trophies and they worked hard for them, but you know.
Yeah, but I mean, think about it. If you're a professional athlete and any professional athlete, the way the market's risen, Bryce Harper, for example, if you're a professional athlete, you're worth at least a cool $5 million.
Oh yeah, I mean, you got the money. I mean, you don't even have to auction off your trophies and everything. You have the money, you know,
literally
for it. So
yeah, like you literally have more money than what you can do with.
Yeah. Yeah.
Literally, and I get it. You want to spend your money, invest in something else that's going to make money. But my thing is, as much as it is to save that money, you also got to get back. When you have privilege, you have opportunity, and you have wealth in anything, wealth of opportunity, knowledge, you have to give that back. In my opinion, you gotta use your platform to make the place better because you're the one. You have access to some things that other people don't. You know, millions of people wish they had money like Kareem or even the platform like Kareem.
Yeah.
You know, so I think that's amazing.
No, yeah, super good.
Yeah, he was also honored by Obama for his amazing heart to give back. I don't know if you remember that. Obama gave him a medal.
Yeah.
Towards the end of his presidency, and I thought that was super dope. Now, next up, per the Jezebel, Jayden Smith is doing what the government won't do, which is give Flint clean water. This is embarrassing. If I'm the U.S. government, I'm not gonna lie, I am embarrassed. Like.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot that goes into that. I was looking it up a little bit earlier today, and the stuff that's been going on in Flint for these past couple of years is kind of ridiculous, you know. But it's a lot of work, you know. It's not just a flip of a switch, you know, to get clean water. It's you got to replace all the pipes, and that's what takes so long, you know. But big ups to Jayden Smith for providing clean water when they don't have it anymore. Because I don't even think they're getting clean water. They're not like getting water bottles and stuff like that anymore. So they're just kind of stuck with that. So big ups to Jayden Smith for doing that. You know, he's, like you said, doing something that the government can't do right now, and that's just provide clean water for the people that really, really, really need it. You know, a lot of these kids are having like medical issues because of it.
Yeah.
With the water that they're kind of forced to drink and bathe in and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's super duper sad. And what you brought up about the water bottles, that there was a church, and I have the name of the church right here, I believe.
That was I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh my God, we going down. The play's going down. Now, I believe the Trinity Missionary Baptist Church, other organizations now in the past, the church has provided 5 million bottles of water to the residents of Flint, but the city has seen a recent decline in donations. So that means that people stopped donating these bottles of water.
I mean, it's not even in the news anymore. You know, it's people are forgetting about it. You know, and it should constantly be in the news because I'm sure most people probably think it's resolved. You know, like, oh, I'm not hearing about it, so it's all good. But no, it's still going on to this day. It's just so crazy.
Isn't that ridiculous?
Crazy. So crazy.
Like, you want to spend $5 billion on a wall. $1 billion.
Yeah, but you can't even give your own people clean water. You know, I mean, it's like, what's the priority?
You know what I'm saying? Like, these people are getting sick, dying over the cities. Are like what, bro? Like, you can't do that. And it's super bothersome to really understand it. It's frustrating to know that when you're so. This goes back to the point I said about Kareem. When, you know, you would love to have the platform that you have and you would love to do these kind of things, but you see someone who can and they don't do it.
Yeah.
You know
so what are you doing, man?
You say you want to make...
Some people are greedy, bro.
That's right,
Some
but...
people are stupid greedy.
Even that, some people are just stupid.
Yeah, for real.
You know, like, you want to build a wall that costs $5 million that probably won't even be completed in our lifetime.
No, it's definitely be completed in our lifetime. It's not going to be completed by the time his presidency's done, which is kind of pointless because depending on who wins
tear down and shut it down.
So it's going to be a half-built wall. It's like, what was the point of that? Yeah. You know, so...
Well, I mean, because people don't really understand how long the U.S., like the southern border of the U.S. is.
I mean, the U.S. is huge. It's
like,
a huge country.
Literally from Florida all the way over to California. I don't think, people only think like Texas, Louisiana. No, Louisiana's bordered by water. I think Texas, Arizona, and New Mexico.
Yeah.
No,
it's
bro.
the whole thing.
It's the entire thing. Like, there's no,
It's just kind of unrealistic.
It is. It is childish.
That's another conversation that I can go all day on that.
Definitely. Now, again, back to Jayden Smith. Smith's company teamed up with the First Trinity Missionary Baptist Church and other organizations, including the Last Kilometer, Rethink H2O, Black Millennials for Flint, and 501c3, to announce on March 1st that they will be rolling out a mobile filtration system called the Water Box to remove lead and other poisons from contaminated water in Flint. Now, the great thing I love about this idea, as much as nice as it is for someone to donate money or donate a massive amount of water bottles, that's dope. He's donating things to fix the problem.
Yeah, at least temporarily, until they get some pipes and everything situated. But yeah, I mean, it's what he's doing is it's major. It's major, you know, and that's. And it's nice to see someone from the younger generation, you know, kind of step up, that has the means, the money, just the people looking at him, you know, the platform. You know, it's really nice to see someone not be so selfish, because sometimes you could even say that the younger generation is a little bit selfish, you know, just kind of self-centered. So it's nice to see someone that has so many eyes on him, doing something good, something positive for the people.
Absolutely. And also, you know, when typically when you do good things and you're someone on a privileged platform, it puts pressure on other people around you. You know, like if you walk with a group of friends and you see someone laying down the street and that one person helps them, now it's just like, okay, I guess we all gotta help. Even though you'd rather that person come out of their heart and do it, it's you're still helping out.
Yeah.
So
Right, definitely.
You know. Now the rest of the quote I got from Jezebel says, quote, "The church will provide the water from the water box on Thursdays from 11:30 a.m. until 1:30 p.m. to residents who bring their own containers. Jada Smith, who is Jalen's mom, will also be helping out with the donations as well. Hope to find a long-term solution."
Yeah.
Biggest brain fart ever.
Yeah, I was like, what's going on?
I don't know. It's like a hiccup. I don't know, man. It just happens. Like, I know what I'm trying to say.
Right.
I think, you know what I thought about? I thought about the fact that she has a dope show called Red Table Talk.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
She has a dope show. I think it's like two thoughts coming at once. It's like, bounce like a car crash.
Yeah, you're trying to talk about both of them.
Yeah, and I like freeze. Now, I'm trying to talk about one, then the other one pops up. It's like, gosh dang it.
You're right.
So, all right, guys. With that being said, positive news. We're gonna take a few song breaks. And when we get back, we're gonna have talk about music. A lot of music came out. Solange, Offset, Young Gunna.
2 Chainz.
Two
It's not
Chainz.
Young Gunna. This is Gunna.
Gunna. Oh man, I'm tweaking today. Thank you guys so much. We will be right back.
Young Gunna.
Young Gunna. We're talking about the positive things that Jayden Smith and Kareem Jabarr done in the community. Next up, what we got is music talk. What are you listening to right now, man?
Well, like my most recently downloaded song is actually from Sam Cooke.
Oh wow!
I know,
okay.
right? Yeah. I mean, I've heard it a while ago. It was "What a Wonderful World."
Oh, that's a hit.
It's a great song.
Banger.
Such a great song. But yeah, that's my most recently one. Then I have, I just told you about this one, Gus Dapperton.
Yeah, you did.
My Favorite Fish. It's pretty dope.
That sounds like out there, but it sounds good. Like Rex Orange County.
It's a good song.
Yeah.
It's a good song. Yeah. I mean, I'm really Gunna, or in your case, Young Gunna. Larry June. You know, I'm a fan.
Hard.
You know, I'm a fan. I still don't know how he hasn't blown up yet.
I don't know either, man. That dude cool. He has a swagger.
He's so different, man. Like, literally, he doesn't sound like anybody else in the rap game at all. I don't see how he's not bigger, but...
It sounds like he's literally just laying back in the studio like, yeah, Larry Jones.
Yeah, honestly, for real. Offset, you know...
Hard. Father Forrest, hard.
Yes.
It caught me off guard because I was expecting, you know, you know what I'm saying? Not to disrespect Offset, I was expecting a mumble rap, you know,
like the Migos flow.
Exactly, money talk, all that kind of stuff. No,
it
was something different.
Mm-hmm. I think a lot. Well, at least for Offset and Takeoff, I think they tried to, with their solo albums, they tried to kind of show that they can do rap about more than just money, jewelry, you know, girls, this and that. I still think I think Quavo had the worst out of the three. Had the worst album.
I still haven't heard it. Is it even worse?
I mean, it's a Quavo. It's like nice to listen to, but like if I had to put him in, you know, categories and all that stuff, I would put him last. Definitely last.
Oh my god.
What?
Sorry. Side note. Breaking news. This is ignorant. I don't even. Why so hateful, man?
What happened?
Kodak Black said to Lil Wayne.
Oh.
Dude.
I heard that. Yeah.
You should have died when you was a baby. Yo.
That was crazy.
I don't even want to say that on my show, bro. That's so negative, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe they have like some beef going on. I don't know, but yeah, that is kind of crazy.
All right. Let's move on. Back to music. That's whatever, man. That's Is it all you got?
Oh, I've also just heard about this guy named Knight Lovell.
Knight Lovell.
Lovell.
Okay.
It's just some cool music. I don't know. I really mess with it. My guy Grant, we were talking about it earlier. Shout out to Grant. We were talking about that the other day.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, it's like kind of like a darker hip hop. You know, it's just like the beat's a little bit darker. Just like his, I guess, subject matter's a little bit darker, but it's cool. I really like it. And then 2 Chainz's album.
Hard.
Early candidate for album of the year.
Yes.
Rap album of the year at least.
Ooh, like I knew it was gonna be tough. Because the 2 Chainz he delivers, but the beats really caught me off guard. I think the fact that LeBron A&R'd it was interesting for marketing purposes. Not to say that they only did it for marketing purposes, but that made it a lot more interesting.
I feel like they did. I don't know how much. I'm not trying to talk down on LeBron. How much does he really know about music? He probably knows. I'm sure he knows a lot more than I think he does.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know.
To A&R, I mean, really A&R ain't just picking music.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you're just picking what sounds good, and I can be an A&R. Just call me up.
I was talking to shout out to Jordan Esparza. I was talking to him the other day, and it's just like I would love to A&R, being A&R. But he told me, this is a kind of conversation we had. Is like you would be a bad A&R right now because a lot of what's popular right now is the trap rap. You're not the biggest fan of. I'm like, yeah, you're right. True. So nobody would get signed to my label.
Yeah, all the time. This is horrible. But you don't like any of my songs.
Right. But hey, I'm trying to experiment with new music, but I'm still being honest with myself, and I'll be honest with what I like. And one thing I've learned, trying to be someone else is not where it's at. Because when you're dishonest with yourself, you're dishonest with others. So that
was deep.
Thank you, bro. Sidebar. All right, so I've been listening to. I just downloaded that Knight Lovell. What I've been listening to last night, I was listening to SWV. Rain. Yeah. I don't know why. It just came in my head.
Hey, I'm all for the old school.
Banger.
I'm all for it, man.
Such a banger. Everything for Sale. I finally downloaded Silent Ride. I never downloaded. I just listened to it. I finally downloaded it. I want to hear that whenever I can. It's stuck in my head. Solange. When I get home, shout out to Von Trill. I know you're listening. That album right there is something different, bro.
Oh yeah, it's super smooth. It's a nice listen.
God,
it's a really nice listen.
Dude, that is just. If I'm trying to find a way to describe it, but man, it's like the best food I've ever had in my entire life. That album is so good, man. Rapper Go to the League, fire. We just talked about that. I listened to T-Pain's album, One Up. Honestly, it was decent. Lil Wayne had a bar at the end of it that was so hard. You know what? And I got the clean version. I'm gonna play it later. He had a bar on the end of it that was so hard. And for all you rap dudes are my sons, and I failed as a father. I was like, get it to him. I was like, that was tough. That was better. Compared to the Carter 5, which only had maybe 2-3 good songs on it, that was hard.
Yeah, that was a disappointment, man, the Carter 5.
It was. Big disappointment.
Did you know, your Doja Cat, you hear that song, Move?
Yeah.
She dropped an album.
Yeah,
and it's not bad. I listened to it the other day, and I was like, oh, okay. And that song, Move, was on there.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I bet you that album was number 2, number 1.
I think it
because
could.
The reason why I said that is because she attached Move to it, and when you attach a single to an album, it shoots up right away. Drake did the same thing with Nice for What. Cardi did the same thing with Bodak Yellow.
Yeah.
When you attach the way the streaming works, when you have a big single, you attach it to your album, skyrockets right up.
Oh yeah, definitely.
What else I've listened to? I haven't peeped out Kehlani yet.
Dripper. I did.
Yeah, because remember that night I tried to listen to it, it wouldn't pop up on my phone.
Yeah, I've just never been the biggest fan of Kehlani, to be honest with you. So maybe I'm just not the best person to speak on it. But it sounded good. Just not. It wasn't. I'm not gonna go listen to it again. Right. You know what I'm saying? But it was a good album though. So if you like that type of sound, then definitely check it out.
Solid.
Definitely check it out.
Solid. All right, guys, we get back. We'll talk about music that we're going to listen to, and then we're going to talk about some Offset's comments he had on a recent interview on The Breakfast Club. Thank you guys again so much for tuning in. You're listening to In School Detention with Devonn
and Pierce.
Alrighty, guys, sex loud. We will be right back. The conversation we had before we went into the break, we were talking about music that we heard, things that we want to listen to. Oh no, excuse me. We're going to talk about that now. Things that we're going to listen to. What do you plan on listening to?
Like that hasn't come out yet?
There's that, and that's what's come out yet.
In general?
Yeah, in general.
Let me see, man. There's a lot, honestly. You know what? I'm honestly trying to get into more of like rock and stuff like that, like punk rock and hard rock and all that stuff. I mean, I enjoy it, you know. So, and I honestly don't really know where to like start at. So I just kind of go on to the genres page on Apple Music and then click like the top song and then just shuffle through. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm definitely trying to get into just kind of expand my tastes a little bit. You know, because there's so much music out there. I don't want to just limit myself to like hip hop and R&B and stuff like that. So I'm definitely trying to see what else is out there.
Facts. Now in terms of new genres, I gotta be honest with you, I haven't started looking towards new genres yet because I'm still trying to master my own genre. Hip hop is, you're right on top of it, but I feel like, and we had a discussion before, like there's a lot I'm missing. You know, there's a lot of like pockets that I'm missing. I feel like there's a lot of artists that had good projects that don't get mainstream hype, but that I didn't hear. Like reading an article on DJ Booth about Fonte, if I'm saying that right, Phonte, about his project. You know, like I'm upset with myself that I missed out on Saba, and you had to tell me to listen to that. It just feels like I'm playing catch up. So until I master my own genre, I don't want to go out looking for other people.
Yeah, I feel what you're saying, but I feel like honestly, I'm playing catch up too. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't. It's just impossible to listen to everything that comes out. You know, whether it's a mixtape that comes out on, you know, Spinrilla, or an album that comes out that you actually got to search for because it's not, you know, just on the top albums and stuff like that. So I'm constantly finding stuff that came out like 2 years ago. I'm like, oh, what is this? Oh, this is amazing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always playing catch up. But you know, like I said, at the same time, I'm still trying to expand, just listen to different stuff. Because I mean, if you even think about it, like all the people that are like just closed-minded and don't want to listen to any other genre, like you got to think about the artists you're listening to, the samples that they got from listening to other genres. You know what I'm saying? So like you never know what could actually sound really, really dope. Yeah. You feel me? If you just cut it off and like, no, it's not hip hop, I'm not listening to it. It's like, all right.
And a lot of times when you do your homework on samples, you discover new music. Great example, actually. I was at work, and it was myself, my friend Vontrell, who's listening again. Shout out to Vontrell. Me, I'm 22. He's 25, I think. Our two coworkers, they were 40 and up. And we were talking about Play No Games by Big Sean. Yeah. And I think they're all in the room. But then we talked about the sample, how they sampled Guy, Piece of My Love. Yeah. And like, we kind of just made that connection. Where it's like, they may not have known that Piece of My Love was sampled, and then I had to go back to my research on it. And it's just like, oh wait, that's actually a banger. Like, I really enjoy and love that song. Like, I've heard that song. My parents play that song. You know? So I think when you do your homework on music, understand it comes from different genres. One person that's great at it is Kanye West.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Like, every sample he's ever used, so he's a sample king. No one can ever sample that yet, you know. And like for example, on not New Slaves, how's it? Dirt and Grind and Filth and Slime. The story of my lifetime. Yeah. Gosh, I gotta look it up. That's all from Pablo.
It is.
That song, the sample's called. Goodness gracious, that's killing me. Yeah. I have the song downloaded. It's called Father. Who's Gonna Save the World? Father Children. And he sampled that on. It's killing me.
That's gonna bother me now.
That's okay. I gotta find out. But it's just like that. It's not. That was like R&B soul type thing. But he sampled it on a hip hop track. That is definitely hip hop. Oh my goodness gracious! All right, I'm here now. Is it? Facts. That's
what I was thinking. That's what I thought. That's what I thought it was gonna be. I didn't know, but yeah.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. It was facts. So you know, it's stuff like that. That when you look at music and really understand how global it is, how everything's connected, you really start to learn new things, and that's one thing that I've learned.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I love music in general. You know, I'm always down to listen to something new. That's why whenever I'm in the car with somebody, if I'm driving, I tell them to play music because I'm tired of listening to stuff I listen to. You know, I'm like, I want to know what you listen to. You know what I'm saying? Because it may be different.
Right.
And I may actually really like it. So I'm always looking.
Absolutely, like Rex Orange County. I guess that's considered alternative, but yo, he rock.
Yeah, that's dope. I really like that. Yeah.
It's like that in between R&B, like crooner, and what is a crooner actually? Cause they call say Frank Lucien croons, and that's why it's a crooner. What is that?
I don't know. I'm gonna look it up.
Thank you.
I don't know.
I feel like I need to know it.
Yeah.
Another thing that confuses me is when they say contemporary R&B. What does contemporary mean? I never understood that. They'll say like, oh, I decorated my apartment. It's a very contemporary style apartment. What do you mean by contemporary? Like, am I missing out on something?
Again, I am not sure.
You know
I got the definition for crooner though.
What's up?
It's a singer, typically a male one, who sings sentimental songs in a soft, low voice.
Oh, okay.
So he's a
That's
crooner.
dope. That fits.
That makes
Frank
sense. It makes
Yes.
a lot of sense.
Yes.
Why?
And that fit Frank's to a T. That wouldn't fit Solange though, because she's not a male. But
No, I mean like it says typically.
okay, typically, right.
Yeah.
But Solange is more about love though. Solange sings about a lot of different stuff. But we talked about Solange, so yeah, I don't know. I think that I love music that falls in different pockets. I found out through Rex Orange County through Tyler the Creator, who is a rap artist, even though he's like a really weird bubble. He's so unique, and I hate it how we do it in hip hop a lot, where we have people who have unique sounds, but in hip hop we push it away because it's not our typical sound. I don't know, I used to be like that, but like when you really look at it, Tyler the Creator is not the typical average sound, but he sounds a lot better than a lot of people. But he just doesn't get the attention of people.
Yeah, and sometimes when you say that, I think it's changing now just because there's so many different types of
Facts.
artists out there, different sounds that have different influences and stuff. But I would almost, instead of calling them just like they're a rapper, I would just call them more of an artist. You know what I'm saying? Like when for Kanye West, for example, like I wouldn't put him as the best rapper of all time because he's not the best rapper of all time, but he's one of the best artists of all time. You know what I'm saying? All right, exactly. So I think when it comes like, because you have artists that are just purely rappers and they just rap and that's what they do, and then you have other artists that they mainly rap, but they incorporate so many other things into their songs. You know, it's not just it's like a piece of art. It's a piece of work. You know, not that other rappers aren't making pieces of work as well, but that's just how I kind of like differentiate, for me at least. For me, you know.
Absolutely. Things I'm looking forward to listening to that I have downloaded. Let me see here. I saw this article earlier. It says one of the best classic hip hop project. I don't know if you ever heard it. God Loves Ugly.
I haven't heard it, but I've heard of it.
By Atmosphere. It came out in 2009. I saw today on Twitter they said it's a classic.
Yeah.
And I had to listen to it. I haven't touched on it yet. I just downloaded it, so I cannot.
It came out in 2009?
2009. They're saying it's a classic. That was 10 years ago.
How old does an album have to be for it to be a classic?
I don't think it has to be that old because we hear things sometimes now we say that's a classic. Like, let me think of the album.
I mean, when Daytona came out, they said that's a classic.
Correct.
But is it though? I don't know. I'm gonna listen to it for a long time. You know what I'm saying? But like, I think a lot of people say, "Oh, that's a classic," just because it's new and like you hear it all the time. And it's like this is dope, you know. But I feel like, what really makes a classic? I mean, I guess it's all
replay value.
Opinionated. It just depends on.
Well, I think one thing that makes it a classic is replay value.
Oh,
that's why, like we said, Chris Brown, classics. Because you look at all that kind of stuff, like even a better example is Michael Jackson, classics. They knew instantly when they heard it, they was like, this is gonna be around forever. But I think things that play into making a song classic is gonna be replay value, the impact it had when it came out, you know. And on top of that, even if it may not be a radio record, but it still comes out and it still bangs, you know.
Yeah, but there's also some classics that may not have necessarily been popular when they first came out. You know what I'm saying? So, I guess it just depends on what you would consider a classic. You know.
Very, 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 very.
But I do definitely want to check that album out if people are saying it's a classic.
Definitely. And this is there's an article again on DJ Booth. That was pretty dope. I gotta start looking into more articles as I'm going through this journey where I'm learning more about hip hop, the history of it, watching documentaries. I'm gonna start reading a lot more articles. I'm gonna start doing a lot more things. I've learned so much in a short period of time. I've watched NWA documentaries. I've watched Eazy-E documentary. I watched a Bone Thugs documentary. Did you know that Bone Thugs actually got signed by Eazy-E?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. And to whoever's listening, probably like, you stupid, you didn't know that? No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure in the music video for Crossroads, like the Angel, I think it's supposed to be like,
yeah,
so.
It was super emotional.
Yeah.
Super emotional. Good Night Lavelle, like you just told me, I gotta listen to that. Dig into that Kehlani. I listened to T-Pain, now it's pretty dope. Toby, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, Nwigwe. I do not want to mess that up. Nwigwe. You remember I kind of sent you that one song? Yeah, the quintessential essentials of rap. That was hard. I'm like, man, this sounds dope. I gotta listen to that more. Marembra, she just released a single with JID called Sandstorm. I gotta listen to that one.
Yeah, I've been meaning to listen to that one.
What projects you looking forward to coming up? that are coming out?
Oh man, I was just checking some out. I know Kanye West and Yandi won. I'm waiting on that.
Boy, have you seen those videos?
Yeah, with the orchestra. It looks so like you know.
So fire.
Yeah, I can't wait. I really can't wait. I'm hoping it's like kind of almost like a My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy vibe, where it's just like
perfect, like
just
that.
intense. You know, you're just like yes.
It captivates you.
Yeah. Chance the Rapper and Kanye's good.
A
job. I'm really looking forward to that. Schoolboy Q's album that he postponed from dropping just because of Mac Miller's untimely death.
R.I.P. Mac.
Rest in peace. I think Kendrick Lamar's supposed to drop something.
Oh, definitely. It's about that time.
I'm looking forward to that.
I feel it in my bones. It's about that time.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what direction he's gonna go with that one.
Yeah, because like To Pimp a Butterfly was 2 albums ago. Or no, 3, because Untitled Unmastered came out.
Yeah.
So To Pimp a Butterfly was so far out there, like jazz and fusion. Then Untitled Unmastered was kind of just like a Like,
I think those were like the kind of like the leftovers from To Pimp.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think you're right. But then you got Damn, which was like, whoa, like that was. I mean, and you explained this to me. That was probably his most poppy.
Yeah, it was a dope
Fire.
album, but I feel like
God.
that was his poppiest, if that makes sense.
But like to me, that had no skips on it. That was,
it's still a really great album.
Really great album. So I'm looking forward to Rent to the Dreamers 3. That is
I forgot about to mention.
Nuts.
I'm looking forward to that.
Oh my gosh, those snippets are going crazy. If I could play a clean snippet on the radio, I would, but I can't. But man, those those are fire. Then we also got Chance's solo album. Now, did they say Good A Jobs coming out in July, or is it Chance's solo album? Or are those 2 different projects, or it's the same thing?
I think it's the same thing.
Okay.
But I could be completely wrong.
All right, I got you.
I could be completely wrong.
I got you. I was under the impression that it was a solo. I thought that Good A Job was a
like a
collab album.
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. 'Cause I think that's supposed to kind of like go into like the late registration and the college dropout, and then it's supposed that this is like the last installment of those.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? With Chance.
Yeah, that'd be dope. Or it'd be dope at GED. Oh, that'd be hard.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Well, college dropout, graduate. Well, no, it wouldn't fit because you graduated, so no point in your GED. Exactly. But it'd be dope. I think it'd be dope.
Yeah.
Personally, so.
That could be like a mixtape or something.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
That'd be hard.
That'd be dope.
That'd be hard. Or like SAT. Nah, I'm reaching. No good news is good. No news is good news by Fonte. I still gotta dive into this, man. Per DJ Booth, they said it's one of the best albums that came out in 2018. They put it up there with Care For Me by Saba, which is fire. If you guys have never heard of it,
Flame.
like you guys gotta listen to that
Flame.
one. You guys have listened to that, so definitely dive into that. But guys, we have done a lot of talking, but not a lot of music playing. So I'm going to play you guys another song because once we get back, we're going to do a very, 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 very long discussion about the NCAA, about whether Zion Williamson should play, even though after he got hurt. Is the NCAA ethical for not paying their players? Either they make tons of money off them. Actually, 2 Chainz song NCAA actually very hard is on his album. It really hits on it in a very way that's kind of like right there in front of your face. How about the entire thing, you know?
Yeah.
I like it, so I wonder if I could play that song. That's a good point. Oh, I can. All right, guys. NCAA by 2 Chainz, 98.3. Which is Zion Williamson. Now, if you're unfamiliar with it, Zion Williamson is a stud player out of Duke University who played high school basketball and then went last year, and then now he's a freshman this year in college. So, with that being said,
that is that is what happens.
So, now with that, the big question is, right? He was hurt. And now this also sparks a debate, which is going on for years. Should NCAA players, all athletes, should they be paid? My thing is, yes. Now, the reason why I say that is because, as stated in this song we just heard by 2 Chainz, that you go to March Madness, and all these schools get paid to go to March Madness. These schools get paid for all these sponsorships. When you're a player and you start playing well, you give your school some notoriety. They get money. Sponsors, Gatorade, Nike. This is millions and millions of dollars. Jersey sales, ticket sales,
all of that,
all this kind of money, and the players don't see a dime. Now, and my thing is, on top of that, the NCAA rules are pretty messed up. There is a rule where if you're an NCAA athlete, you can't have a job.
Yeah.
you can't work, and then you can't. There's so many type of special rules and regulations. You got to go through to receive money from certain people, and you can't not receive gifts. This is like your opinion's being swayed from along those lines. If I'm saying that correctly. There's so many different rules for it to go through so much, and then on top of that, you can't even eat. Like you can eat.
It's pretty messed up.
You know, and it's super messed up. And I don't think millions of dollars for these kids is ridiculous because we always forget that they're kids. You know, they're not 28, 29 years old. They're 18, 19, sometimes 17 years old kids.
Most of them aren't even going to go to the professionals either.
Facts.
Most of them are not going to be pros.
That is very true. Out of probably 10 D1 hoopers, probably got like 3 or 4 actually make it to the league. Maybe 5. You know?
Probably a little bit more than that, but I get what you're saying though.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
yeah. So in terms of being paid millions of dollars, I don't see that. I could see $10,000 or maybe like a paycheck of like $1,000 or like $700 every other week, because that's a lot of people to pay. You have to pay.
It's a lot of people. And are they all getting the same amount? Is the kid that never touches the court getting the same as the star?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Is that how it's gonna be? Right. That might be why they don't do it. Because how do you know, it's not the pros where you get paid based off of skill.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to figure out who gets more money. You know, so I don't know why they don't pay the players. I definitely think they should pay the players, but it's such a sticky situation, you know.
Yeah.
And like you said, they have to pay all athletes, not just basketball and football. Because I feel like that's the only time this conversation gets brought up is the basketball players should get paid money. What about the baseball players? What about the volleyball players and the soccer players and the tennis players? You know, and the golf. You know. Like they're all athletes. They're bringing money some way. It may not be as much as basketball and football, but they're still bringing in money, so they also have to get paid.
Right.
You know.
Interesting. Very true. And then, you know, like you said, that's probably why they don't. It's as a blanket cover thing. Like, you know what? It gets too complicated for some people that are amateurs or not even gonna do it. Which I understand why they wouldn't. But, you know, another question that's coming up is that should Zion play? My thoughts are going to be no. And the reason why I say that is because even though you do join a team, you join a team to play. If you're at the professional level, it's different. You probably will play if you're injured. But the thing is with that is, though, you're being paid for it.
That's true.
On the professional level, you're being paid. So if you get hurt, you're going to play.
Mm-hmm. But you're not getting paid in high school.
Or college. But high school is high school. You're a kid.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if you're on a top team, you know what I'm saying, and you get injured,
and you know you're going to be recruited to a great school.
Exactly. You could be like, I'm still going to play.
Well, I mean, I think that's happened in the past before, too.
I don't know. I think what Charles Barkley was saying, like, if you make a commitment to a team, like, you should play. I agree with that. You know, like, injuries happen. Yeah. They happen all the time. It could have happened in high school. It could have happened when he was a kid. Like, are you just gonna not play until the next year because you don't want, like, if you're healthy enough to play, you know, I'm not saying you should play to the injury. That's just stupid.
Nah, that's stupid.
You know, but when you're healthy, I think you should play. You made the commitment to the team to play basketball. You're not just gonna quit halfway through the season. Right. You know. That's
a good point. That's a really good point. And, you know, to correct what I said, I do think that now if you're in an NBA Finals and you're hurt and you want to play through the injury, that's different. So I do take back my statement. We're trying it just now. But my thing is, you're not being paid. And you see it so many times often where, you know, your draft stock is great, your future right now is secured. You know, the MRI first knee came back clean. What if you come back and it gets worse? And then you don't get drafted. Or your career ends up kind of falling down the tank a little bit because you played through your injury. Whereas now, the risk of you playing and not having a future is so high because of the fact that you're already hurt.
Well, I think he shouldn't be playing through an injury. I think that's on the medical staff.
Correct.
To dictate whether he's good enough to play or not. If they say he is and he isn't, then that's on them. And if anything, they should owe him something for ruining his career. If it does ruin his career. Right. But I mean, I think if you're healthy, you know, and yeah, you may not want to make it worse or another possible injury, then you maybe shouldn't even be playing. You know, if you're too scared of getting injured, why'd you even go to college?
Facts.
You should just went to Europe, play a year,
and come back.
You know, exactly. Like that's what you should have done. If you're gonna quit on your team halfway through the season because you wanted to rest, you know, you wanted to save yourself for, you know, the draft, and it's just like why'd you even do that? Interesting.
You know what else? I just thought about this. That could actually hurt your draft stock if teams see that. I mean, teams are still going to draft regardless.
Yeah.
We've seen some really silly drafts, like really silly draft picks. So they're gonna draft him regardless, but that also does hurt your draft stock in a sense if you're not a Zion Williamson head of the pack. So you're an in-between player and you're just like, I'm not gonna play the rest of the season. Oh man. They might be like, man, there's 40 of you I could get.
Exactly. Exactly.
You know, but alright guys, that is our show. We're gonna have to wrap up today, unfortunately. Next week we got an interview going on with my good friend Kino. She's gonna come on the show and talk about what it's like being Native American, guys. I feel like that's a conversation that does not get talked about a lot. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Big shout out to everybody who listened. You guys can catch the show on Facebook in about 3 or 4 days when I get it up. Where can they find you at?
You can find me on Instagram. Just type in my name, Pierce Anderson. Pierce, definition, spelling. It's people put like P-E-A-R-C-E. It's P-I-E-R-C-E. You know what I'm saying? You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I don't even use Twitter, but you can find me on Twitter.
PRs? That's what it is. PRs.
Yeah. I mean, it's just weird. I've had Pike before. I'm like, what is that even like? How do you get that from my name? But I don't know.
That's weird. You guys do.
I think it's a fish.
It is a fish.
Yeah.
And a pike is like a way to stab something too. I think a pike pole. That's something else. That's a firefighting. That's firefighting. Pike pole. You guys can find me on Facebook at Devonn Overstreet, Facebook and School Detention, Twitter at DStreet15, Instagram at devonnalan, and Twitter at DStreet15. You know, I just said that, but that's okay. Thank you guys so much. Oh, you guys can find me here every Monday. Not every Monday, because I'll be going to California in 2 weeks.
Don't lie to the people.
You guys can find me here generally on Mondays.
Some Mondays.
Generally on Mondays from 5 to 6 p.m. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. You guys have a great day. Oh, that's a great little tone to end the show.
Yeah.
You're listening
Gang,
to
gang, 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 gang.